Stupid! Stupid! Stupid!
Previously on the Dragon Ball prediction.
So, I will list voice actors from Z, Kai, Super, and other Funimation properties that will, can, or cannot appear. So let's get started!
Next time, we will talk about the allies of the Dragon Team and the returning villains like Cooler, Bojack, and if they were killed by either Goku, Vegeta, or Gohan, and see if we can make a cameo in the Super 17 Saga Part 3.8.
A few moments later.
Don't forget to subscribe!
And then it continues, so let's...
Sabat!
Team Pikachu Productions!
Welcome back everyone, Kami here, to episode 3.8 of Dragon Ball GT and Classic Dragon Ball Blu-ray prediction. In this video we will talk about the history of the Saiyans and the Tuffles. But before we do, let's talk about Super Saiyan 4 and Grand Zeno. The Super Saiyan 4 form was designed by Toei Animation's character designer Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru. The form is a combination of the Super Saiyan and Great Ape forms attained through the Golden Great Ape form. It gives the Saiyan with primal power, though they retain a humanoid appearance. Next we have Grand Zeno. He is voiced by Sarah Wiedenheft. According to Beerus, Zeno does not fight. He also does not seem to possess good fighting senses compared to the other deities, as he was incapable of keeping track of the fight between the gods of destruction in the manga. He was also unable to observe Dispo's great speed, requiring slow motion function in his god pad, while Vados was in fact capable of keeping up with Dispo's speed. However, in at least the anime, he still had some heightened senses, as he managed to erase Frost seconds before he could fire a death beam at Frieza, as revenge for the latter forcing him out of the ring. And with that out of the way, let's begin!
The Super Saiyan 4!
The only way a Saiyan can obtain a Super Saiyan 4 power is if they have a high enough power level and become a Golden Great Ape and regain conscious control over the form. Even after this form is attained, it cannot be accessed at will and requires the exposure to Blitz waves every time the user wishes to transform. However, Goku is apparently a special case, capable of using the form whenever he wishes. In Dragon Ball Heroes, Gohan acquired the form without a tail while training, and Xenotrunks was originally going to have acquired the form too, showing that even half Saiyans born without tails can still acquire Super Saiyan 4. This form gives the user super strength and speed of a great ape, but with a calm, clever mind. But for others, it can make them very cold and aggressive. A user of this form loses some of their rationality. The form's power is too great to be utilized by a child, and so a child user is aged into an adult when using it. The form possesses all of the power of the Golden Great Ape. The Super Saiyan 4 form is a condensed version of the Great Ape's power, drawing the power of its user up to its utmost limits. While Goku's Super Saiyan 3 form was unable to even phase baby Vegeta, as soon as Goku transformed into a Super Saiyan 4, becoming an adult once more in the process, their roles and power become polar opposites, with baby Vegeta being almost unable to hurt Goku. And at the time of its debut, Super Saiyan 4 was the mightiest form in the entire series. However, it is noted that Vegeta might have been even stronger than Super Saiyan 4.
This transformation allows users to utilize more powerful signature techniques. For example, Goku develops an attack he calls the 10 times Kamehameha, as it is 10 times stronger than the Super Kamehameha.
Gogeta uses a powerful combined attack called the 100 times Big Bang Kamehameha in the video games, and Broly has an attack named Gigantic Destruction. Despite this, the user can still perform the regular variants of their signature techniques if they so wished.
Like the Super Saiyan God form, this form also seems to allow the user to absorb energy attacks. However, unlike Super Saiyan God, the Super Saiyan 4 form does not use up the user's power when absorbing energy attacks. This is shown when Goku absorbs Great Ape Baby's Revenge Death Ball Final and turns it into a 10 times Kamehameha.
Super Saiyan 4 also enhances the user's Saiyan power ability in seemingly real time during his Goku's battle against Ice Shenron. He was frozen solid by the Shadow Dragon, requiring Nuvoa Shenron's aid to escape. Afterwards, however, Goku adapted to and became completely unaffected by Ice Shenron's next usage of the attack as he instantly broke free while completely unfazed from the event. To which Goku noted firmly that the same technique does not work twice on him. Later, against Sin Shenron, despite being blinded by ice, once recharged by the other Saiyan's ki, Goku adapted so completely from Sin's previous assault that just using his other senses let him react to all of the Shadow Dragon's attacks effortlessly.
Unlike the Super Saiyan 3's strain due to the utilization in ki, this form does not require as much energy to maintain as Super Saiyan 3, allowing the user to stay in the state at a much longer duration. Although the form doesn't require much energy to use or maintain, the user can still fall out of the form if they run low, similar to Super Saiyan 3. And while its ki consumption does not strain the user himself, it does become straining when used in conjunction with fusion dots, significantly shortening the fusion time limit, as evidenced by Gogeta defusing within 10 minutes instead of the regular half-hour limit.
The Super Saiyan 4 form is first achieved by Goku in Dragon Ball GT after transforming into a Golden Great Ape and witnessing his granddaughter Pan crying to calm him down. In this new form, Goku has enough strength to dominate Super Baby Vegeta 2, whose attacks have no effect on Goku in this form. However, after Baby Vegeta transformed into a Golden Great Ape, things are far more even, but despite Baby Vegeta's new power. Eventually, the two have a double knockout. Baby Vegeta is rejuvenated by Bulma's Blutz Waves generator. However, and Goku regains the full power of Super Saiyan 4 to face him.
Goku's next opponent upon achieving the form is Super 17, who has easily defeated the other Z fighters and proved to be Super Saiyan 4 Goku's first real challenge. Because of his energy absorbing abilities, Super 17 is able to turn all of Goku's energy attacks into his own power, making him stronger with each attack. Eventually, Goku reverts to his base form and kills the android, using his Dragon Fist attack followed by a Kamehameha. Super Saiyan 4 proves to be incredibly helpful when Goku uses it to take down most of the evil Shadow Dragons. However, he meets his match in Sin Shenron, the strongest of the 7 Shadow Dragons, who absorbs all of the Dragon Balls and becomes Omega Shenron. Omega Shenron's power proves to be far greater than that of a Super Saiyan 4, and Goku is thrashed around for most of the fight. Seeing how bad the situation has become, Vegeta uses Bulma's Blutz Wave generator to grow a tail and become a Golden Great Ape like Goku. When he finally gains control, Vegeta is successful in becoming a Super Saiyan 4. However, even as a team, Goku and Vegeta still stand no chance against Omega Shenron. It is not until they fuse into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta that their power vastly exceeds that of the Shadow Dragon. However, Gogeta spends too much time playing around with Omega Shenron and the fusion wears off in 10 minutes rather than the usual 30 minutes, due to his own tremendous power, ultimately failing to finish Omega Shenron off in time, but manages to land a Big Bang Kamehameha on Omega, which made him regurgitate the Dragon Balls, reverting him back into Sin Shenron. Goku eventually kills Omega Shenron with the Universal Spirit Bomb.
The Saiyans and the Tuffle War! The Tuffles, who are a very peaceful yet technologically advanced race, shared their planet with a very primitive barbaric race known as the Saiyans. However, in Dragon Ball GT, perfect files and the super exciting guides, as well as different information revealed by Baby, King Kai, and Vegeta, it is revealed that the Saiyans themselves actually originated on the original Saiyan homeworld. By unknown means, the Saiyans either acquired or built many spaceships, which brought them to the Tuffle homeworld.
It is explained by King Kai, and later by Baby, that the Tuffles had used their technological skills to construct and live in great cities. However, King Kai states that the Saiyans, on the other hand, lived in small primitive villages in the outskirts and the badlands of plants. He also explains that although they shared the same planet, the two races rarely confronted each other and stayed relatively peaceful for many years. However, after a while, the Saiyans began to grow tired of living in filthy primitive villages, so it was devised that they would start a great war for the planet against the Tuffles. Led by the command of the great King Vegeta, the Saiyans, using their great power and brute strength, attacked the Tuffles. Although physically the Tuffles were much weaker and smaller than the Saiyans, they had advanced weaponry and technologies at their disposal. As the war waged on, both the Saiyans and the Tuffles each won their fair share of battles, and for the next 10 years, the horrible war raged on. As the war continued with no end in sight, something occurred that brought the conflict to a quick and violent end. When a full moon appeared on planet Plant, something that had only happened every 100 years on the planet, 7 to 8 years in the original English dub, the Saiyans transformed into Great Apes. This transformation greatly increased their power, and within a short few hours, they completely annihilated the Tuffles from the face of their planet, thus ending the war. The Saiyans then claimed the planet as their own, and it was renamed Planet Vegeta, after their great leader who led them to victory.
Over the next few years, the Saiyans began rebuilding and constructing their empire. King Kai explained that there was a problem with the Tuffles gone. They had no one to battle but each other. They built a spaceship and visited a planet called Arcos, home of the Arcosian race. The Arcosians had great wealth and technology, and were apparently members of the Frieza Force. However, their planet was not suitable, so they hired a group of Saiyans to attack and take over a new one for them in exchange for money and technology. Not too long after, they met the galactic dictator Frieza, who then annexed the planet and forcefully drafted all Saiyans into his army. After seeing the Saiyans' will to fight and their great power, he made them his official pirates, and had them take over entire planets so that they could be sold to the highest bidder. This continued for many years until Frieza began to grow wary of the Saiyans' ever-growing power, and feared that one day a Saiyan would arise would be strong enough to challenge him. So, in age 737, after being ordered by Beerus himself with one devastating attack, Frieza blew up planet Vegeta, taking almost all of the Saiyan race with it, with the exception of a very select few. Though the Tuffles were rendered extinct in approximately age 730, traces of the race managed to survive, most notably Dr. Leigh, who appeared in Dragon Ball, planned to eradicate the Saiyans, and technically died on the same fateful night as the rest of the race. However, he was resurrected as a ghost warrior by his own creation, Hachiyak, a machine designed to amplify the power of hate in order to help the Tuffles fight back and defeat the Saiyan menace. Both of these creatures are successfully destroyed by the collective might of the remaining Saiyans, Goku and Vegeta, and their descendants. The only other survivor was the Tuffle experiment baby, a genetics experiment combined with the genes of the current King Tuffle, who takes his revenge in Dragon Ball GT. Though Baby himself is not an actual Tuffle, he possesses their genetic information, making him a DNA archive for the race. In age 789, Baby manages to find the remaining Saiyans after encountering Goku, Trunks, and Pan in space. They later proved to be a powerful foe, mind-controlling the people of Earth and recreating Planet Plant, which was destroyed by Frieza while under Saiyan control. However, Super Saiyan 4 Goku finally destroyed Baby by blasting him into the sun from the reborn Planet Plant with his 10 times Kamehameha. Caesar, like always, will make his outro appearance. Next time on the Dragon Ball Marathon, we will finally talk about the Super 17 Saga villains returning, Elise, the Allies, and the Shadow Dragons. Sorry part 3.5 took so long, guys. Anyway, Caesar!
This video is a pain more than it should have, so I'm splitting it into 2 parts.
Team Pikachu Production!